56 things.
It's down, it's usually 70s.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yep.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for December 8th, 2025. I'd like to call a meeting to order with a roll call.
Craig?
Here.
Becky? Ross?
Here.
Barry?
Here.
Joyce? Here. David?
Here.
All's present.
Thank you.
Lord, thank you for the day you provided for us, Lord. And Lord, we know you're the real meaning for this season, for your great son, Jesus, Lord. And Lord, be with the council, be with the mayor and our protection. Be with our great country tonight, Lord, and touch with your healing hand. And Lord, let us always remember you're with us no matter what the situation. You're always walking by our side. In Jesus' wonderful name, amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. Brief mayor's report this evening. Of course, this is one of our last scheduled council meetings of the year. I say one of the last because we still have potentially business to do, but we'll call this one the last for the main purposes. And I'd like to, of course, welcome everyone here to the meeting tonight. As we look to the end of the year, we give thanks for the small stuff, and I think the big stuff too. I am thankful for everyone that I have the opportunity to work with on a daily basis. I love my coworkers and I love the staff who are here, and I'm super appreciative of the work that they do every single day to move the village forward and all the stuff they do for our residents. I am thankful, ironically enough, for the first big snow of the year. We got more than 6 inches here in Mount Sterling, and it turned us into a winter wonderland. And I'm also appreciative that we got so much of it cleared so soon after it came down, and everyone was able to make it safely to work. I'm finally thankful for everyone who has helped contribute to the village over the course of the year. You all have done amazing, amazing work, whether you live here or you don't live here, and yet you still give to Mount Sterling. As we look to the holidays, this is mindful of a time in which not everyone is always with us, but perhaps they have given their all to Mount Sterling as well. I think of them frequently, and I have great faith we will definitely see them again, and that we are doing the great work to move us forward. So with that, I think 2026 holds unbelievable promise, and I think that we all, by working together, will get there in the end. If you think of what we have done this year, and if you think of what we have on the horizon, of all of the work we're doing to improve Mount Sterling with either a new water tower or even simple stuff like fixing sidewalks and being downtown, we're moving the town forward, and I am thankful for that. Without further ado, I will pass the torch to our Council Pro Tem, and I wish you all a very happy, healthy 2026.
Thank you, Mayor. As we come to the close of this year, I want to take a moment to reflect on the hard work, progress, and dedication that have defined our community and our team. It has been an honor to serve as President Pro Tem and to support the efforts that keep our village moving forward. This year brought challenges, but it also brought meaningful accomplishments. We strengthened communication. I believe we improved transparency and continued working toward responsible stewardship of our resources. I want to thank each council member, our village staff, and our community partners for their commitment and willingness to collaborate. Your efforts, often unseen, are what make our daily operations successful. I especially want to acknowledge the residents of our village. Your engagement, feedback, and care for our community are what drive us to serve with integrity, accountability, and respect. Every question asked, every concern raised, and every volunteer hour given has helped strengthen our shared vision for a better future. As we look ahead to the coming year, I remain committed to supporting continued progress, focusing on fiscal responsibility, infrastructure improvements, community programs, and a positive environment where all voices are valued. Together, we can build on the momentum we've created and continue to earn the trust of the people we serve. I would especially like to thank Becky Martin and the Mount Sterling, Ohio Community Association for all of their hard work and dedication to what they were able to do on Saturday with Christmas in the Village. It was a great turnout, it's my understanding, and it had a lot of volunteers. I know they're hard to find. We appreciate each and every one of you with all of the events that you pull off throughout the year and all of your efforts to make Mount Sterling Village a better place to be. I also want to thank the American Legion. They also had a bingo night that was very successful. You can't have too many events, in my opinion, for our village. That is a good thing. We're not in competition with anyone. We're in unity with everyone. We're always getting comments. We need more things to do. We're having more things for people to do. So kudos to everyone involved that's putting things out there for everyone to, of all interest, to have things to do. I want to especially thank the village workers that were able to get the lights out, to Misty for getting out there for a couple of hours and getting everything decorated. They did a beautiful job decorating the chamber. They're doing giveaways as we speak now. I believe it's the 12 Days of Christmas, so stay tuned for more of that. I believe Becky mentioned they had their first giveaway this evening, so that was awesome. I know David was in the choir Saturday. Becky joined him in the choir. So, you know, thanks to everyone. And I also want to give a shout out to the small business community that is not directly within our village. We appreciate you. We thank you for not only being a vendor at our events. We had a lot of them at our party in the park. They have a lot of them that come in at the shop hops. But even if you're not a vendor, thank you so much for coming in and supporting our small village, for supporting our small businesses. It takes a village and it takes a community, and we appreciate everyone's efforts. With that, I want to thank the mayor for working with us. We have a lot more work to do, and we have a lot of good things that we are hoping to come to fruition in 2026. I want to personally thank the village for the privilege of serving, and may the new year bring continued growth, unity, and opportunity for all of us. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and may God richly bless everyone.
Thank you very much for that. Absolutely. Is there a public comment tonight? I wanted to make sure we didn't. Did you want to come down? We have a gentleman who would like to address council. If you would like to, please come on down.
Thank you. I did sign in.
Yes, you did. Yep. You need to state your name and your address. Yep. Go ahead and come on down for the record here.
Drew Miller, address is 5797 North High Street, Worthington, Ohio.
Yep.
So I'm here on behalf of Arbor Homes. We did start an annexation process.
Could you please come to the microphone?
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
You're
it doesn't-
fine. You're
it
fine. Go
doesn't
ahead.
gather that.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we started the annexation process for the Jones Farm. I think it was probably in August, I want to say. And so we're making our way through that timeline. We were here in October with the Planning and Zoning Committee, share a little bit about the project. And I believe we are on the agenda tonight for our first reading. So I'm really here to just kind of answer questions if you have any, and just introduce myself. I'll be the point of contact as we kind of move through the project. But I did have one request too. There is, per your code, there's 3 readings required for this PUD. My ask was going to be if you all agreed to waive the second reading, and what we could do is we could put the 30-day notice in for the public hearing in the paper tomorrow, and then that way, in January at your first meeting, we could schedule that for the public hearing. So that was my ask tonight,
Okay.
just to waive that second reading. I think you all would have to make a motion and agree on that.
That's right. That would come a little bit later in our business, but thank you for doing that. Does anyone have any questions for Drew? So we'll get to the planning commission stuff here in just a little bit, because that comes down a little bit later on the agenda, but go ahead.
Yes, but unfortunately, when it's read, there is not a public comment or council question at all. It's just to be read out loud. So it's kind of like that one step that we had probably a couple months ago where I just read it out loud to you 3 times. So once I read it out loud, if you have any questions, you probably should direct them today to him right now. Once I read it, You guys will not be making a motion, but I will be asking a motion for you guys to ask to waive the second one. And that's just to, when it comes to a reading, because you guys will have a hearing as well.
Yeah, you're gonna
So
have a
what he's
public hearing,
referring
so,
to Is that it has to be displayed in the Madison Messenger, starting tomorrow, because it has to be a 30-day notice.
Right.
And then there will be a hearing. So remember when Mr. Hale came here and he had a hearing, we opened it, closed it, and then you guys had asked questions,
that will
it
happen
wasn't
again.
you, but there was another
Right.
participant that was involved,
Yep.
with a different situation.
What are we making a motion on, or the reading on, just to allow that to happen?
We are going through the
Yes.
process of annexation right now, and this particular piece is the rezoning of the parcel itself to residential.
So this is
adding-
just allowing the rezoning?
Yes, correct. And council, due to the rules of the ordinance itself that was adopted around development and rezoning, the planning commission is always the first step. And planning has okayed it to move it on. And now we have an additional process to go through, and there will be a public hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, so Christie handles the zoning
Exactly.
process here. Obviously, you guys know we don't have that in-house. We contract services through them. So you guys will have a packet and everything. A participant, the director, will be here to have the hearing open for all of council. I know, Joyce, you have a puzzled look on your face. So this is just to be read. The motion that I'm going to ask for is just to waive the second reading. So you know how we go through 3 readings? And then we would say, like, reading 1, you guys would make a motion. And then the next meeting, you would have reading 2. So what he's asking is that at the second reading, when you guys actually have the second reading, that he's going to ask you to waive that and take it straight to the third reading.
Is that something we're allowed to do?
Yes.
Yes.
And just to
I only know about like emergencies, which is 1 reading,
Right.
and then 3 readings.
Right.
I've never been
Yes.
part of a,
Because we've never had to do that. So
Right.
he's asking you guys to do that. That's not something that's historically practiced here.
Right.
Because we either pass it as an emergency or we
Right.
pass it on 3 readings. He's asking you to skip the second one, and go to the third one when you guys have it. Now, today, again.
We're
you're
on the
not gonna
first
have a
reading.
first reading. You're not gonna have a first reading. It's gonna be read out loud. When the public hearing,
go ahead, finish your thought. I just want to be next to ask a question.
yeah, so when the public hearing happens, it'll be just conducted like it is in, for people that know, I think Ross and Craig were on as planning and zoning. You guys open up hearings during those meetings. So this is just to be read.
Yeah, and just to clarify too, so you gotta notify the public 30 days in advance of that
Correct.
meeting. And so the cutoff for that Gazette paper is tomorrow. And so we wanted to, I was asking if you all could say, all right, the public hearing's gonna be on whatever date you choose, 30 days from tomorrow, at least 30 days from tomorrow, so that we can get that in the newspaper tomorrow.
How many homes you planning altogether?
It's 195.
We might get a McDonald's sandwich.
Okay, go ahead, Becky.
Okay, so some of us are not familiar with this at all. So in a nutshell, if you would just please explain, I heard you say Arbor Homes, that's annexing for Jones Farm.
Yep.
Where that is, and I heard you just tell David it's 195 homes.
Yeah, this is the same annexation.
It's the same
that you guys
annexation
had.
you've already
You
gone
guys
through.
approved the
We
ordinance
approved
once
it.
before.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
guys
we approved it.
already.
Just down from the park.
Yeah.
Right.
So on that side of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys approved that already.
Yeah.
So
Ju-
then why are we doing it again? What,
It's a
No,
zoning.
this is separate. This is
Yeah.
a separate
That's what
part
I'm
of the
trying to
property
get a little-
transaction, so it has to be rezoned. It's not zoned appropriately today. It needs
This
to be
is
taken.
agricultural use.
Right.
so it would be a lot easier if they would just let me finish my thought and just ask you, just to tell me exactly what it is you're asking for this property to be changed to residential.
Yes,
and-
ma'am.
And it's on the other side of the park, and you're going to be building 195 homes. And do you want to tell us anything else about that?
Yeah, so we just have a concept plan at this point. Where we're at in the process is just the zoning phase. And so the total lot count isn't determined yet. We just have a concept plan to really share with you, to just give everybody kind of an idea. And I'm not sure if that was in your packet tonight or not, but that's what we shared at the committee meeting in October. So what we're asking for tonight, or I guess the first reading is for tonight, is to zone the property to PUD, which is a planned residential district. And so there is a text, it's about 15 pages or so I'm not sure if that's in your packet or not either. But that basically explains everything, all the zoning requirements of that neighborhood. And so, yeah, this would be the first reading tonight. The only reason we're asking to waive the second reading was essentially for that, because that cutoff for the newspaper is tomorrow, and we wanted to get that public hearing scheduled. So, I'm not sure exactly when, if your 2026 meeting schedule is out yet.
Yeah, it is, but
Okay.
yes, we would be doing this again in January, and again, there's a public hearing for this. So council at this point doesn't really have that much input because of the process. And we're essentially asking for a note for the record to be made, and that then the motion will be accepted. Now, Drew has been kind enough to say that we need to accelerate this a bit in order to make a cutoff, and so therefore Courtney will now be asking for a motion to waive the, I guess it would be second reading, and move directly to the third one.
And after the zoning, we'll come back and we go kind of through the same process with our plan.
Planning, right.
So we'll come back with our full plan. We'll go back to the committee first with the plan. You can look at the plan, look at the landscapes. You know,
We have maps and show us what you're planning on doing too.
yeah, so that all comes in
That
the
comes
next
much
phase.
later.
Okay, I
Yeah,
just wanna
yeah.
make sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So the public hearing is just to rezone the property to allow residential use.
Right.
What is the advantage? What is the advantage of waiving the second reading? I'm a little nervous about waiving a reading because we do promise the village residents 3 readings or an emergency. And I'm not a fan of an emergency. I know we have to have them sometimes. So I'm a little surprised. I mean, is this something that you just discovered you needed to do and the deadline's tomorrow?
So, yes, we just,
Okay.
yeah, we were just just found out that the deadline is tomorrow. The planning committee meeting that we went to in October, I thought that maybe those first 2 readings were gonna happen in November, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I'm here now, asking if you do have the power to just waive the second reading instead of passing it as emergency. And so, given that you have another, series of meetings starting in January, and that the public is still gonna get their 30-day notice for the public hearing,
Okay,
to me, it didn't seem like, we're skipping any steps or being, hiding anything under the rug or like that.
right, full
we're-
transparency.
Yeah, we wanna get it out. We wanna get it published in the newspaper tomorrow, and so that's why we're asking.
And Jones Farm is going to be the name of the new development?
No, we haven't confirmed the name yet, but I think we're gonna call it Heritage Fields.
And is that just the person's name that you bought, Jones Farm?
Yeah, so the Jones Family
Wonder
Trust
where that
owns-
came from.
owns the
Okay.
property.
Okay.
And this may have been asked and answered. When do you intend to start this project? And
If-
it all
yeah.
is village property. It's within the village, said that wrong. It's all within the village of Mount Sterling. It's been annexed in,
Yes.
right?
Yes, so if everything kind of goes to plan as far as timing, we would look to start construction next summer.
Okay. 26?
Yep.
Summer of 26?
With that amount of houses, it'd probably take us, I guess, 3 or 4 years to fully
And these
build
are
it out.
single-family homes.
All single-family homes, detached. It's what we call our Arrival series at Arbor Homes. They're a little bit smaller floor plans, but they do range from 1,200 to 2,200 square feet. And Arbor Homes, we're a price leader in Central Ohio. And so, unlike some other developers who kind of back into a margin, we really back into a starting price. And so, our goal is to offer homes. We thought maybe we could get them at, $199, but that starting base price is probably gonna be in the low 200s is what I think, so. We're, really looking forward to it. We, like Mount Sterling, we think there's a big demand for people who wanna live here, especially workforce housing. And, we're building a similar product, neighborhood, in London. The city council just approved that in October. We're starting construction on that in the spring, so.
Nice.
Good job.
Lots of stuff going on.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Yeah.
More families here is better.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm sorry, I forgot business cards, but I'm happy to give my name and phone number to anybody after the meeting if you got some questions, but like I said.
I know where to find
You
you.
know where to find me.
Yep.
We just want to get it in the newspaper so that I can start getting feedback from the community. So.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
good deal. All right, Since there are no others, we're going to move on to,
So I have a couple things
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry.
So we need to approve the minutes from the meetings that were held.
oh, okay.
council
You want to do that
meeting,
now,
so-
or do you, a little bit, okay.
Yeah,
Sure,
I just
go ahead.
mentioned it.
Let's do that.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, and then, again, this is a motion to approve the council meeting minutes from November of 2024, I'm sorry, November 24th,
2025.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Craig
Okay,
Berry.
Barry?
Mhm.
Craig?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes?
I'm sorry, Becky?
Yes.
Came out of order. Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David?
Yes.
All right, would you guys like to go ahead and make, he's asked to have a motion to waive the second reading for the ordinance to rezone parcel 17-00363-001
You'll have that motion.
through parcel 17-00363.002.
Okay, sir, there's a motion made, and
I'll second it.
thank you, Barry. Go ahead.
That was David, and then Barry.
Mhm.
All right, Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes?
Joyce,
Yes.
and David.
Yes.
Good deal. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now let's go on to the department reports. The Madison County Sheriff unfortunately could not be here tonight due to a shift change and shift differential. However, she was kind enough to leave us with a report. And I'll just read off the numbers here real fast. The top, let's say 4 to 5, were traffic stops at 14 reports. We had, unfortunately, 4 funeral escorts. We had 5 animal complaints and 3 EMS unconscious persons. After that, it trails off, and there was there were 4 civil processes after that, and 4 suspicious vehicles. Handful of everything else, for a total of 56 for the 2-week period in which she is accounting for.
Mayor, I'd like to bring up one thing while we're doing the sheriff report. Watch out for porch parts this time of year.
It's
getting
now
that
the
time.
season. It's now
Amazon
the
leaves
season.
stuff on the porch, everybody.
right.
Last year, we had 10 incidents of that.
Yeah.
And so if you see somebody that's on the porch, it's not supposed to be, call the sheriff.
Well, if the suspicious vehicle's driving around,
Exactly.
keep your eyes on them.
I don't think our problem right now is so much porch pirates, it's incorrect deliveries.
Well,
Yeah.
there's definitely
That's
that.
bad, too. You're
It's
right.
very
I have a
bad.
quick question.
Yep.
You said the sheriff's department wasn't here because of what reason?
Shift differential,
Meaning,
I don't know, that's what I was given, thank you.
okay. Okay, I was just curious. I did want to, and the reason I ask is because I wanted to highlight again, when I was pulling out of my property, just as I was coming here, and I told you that speed sign is right there now, and I'm inside the 35, and I saw people leaving town going 63, boom, boom, and then people coming in as I'm waiting to pull out, going 56 coming into town. So I just wanted to, again, highlight with the sheriff's department that, the edges of town, I think we have some speed issues in our 35s, and, there's children down there, and it needs to just be maybe looked at a little stronger.
Sounds good, relay the
And
feedback.
that sign is great, because now I know, as I've said for years, they're going way too fast.
Yeah.
And they really are.
All right, we have no law director's report tonight, so we're gonna move on to the fiscal officer.
All right, any questions from council? Comments, concerns?
Thoughts? Okay.
All right,
May I please have a motion to approve the fiscal reports, and you can go on.
You had that motion, sir?
okay, I need to read them first.
We got a lot of business tonight, go ahead.
Okay, appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, the reader report, and the bank reconciliation for November of 2025. This month was a little bit higher than usual on check returns in the water department. So there were a total of $941.13 for
Insufficient.
insufficient funds. So that was probably the highest we've had to date for the year.
That time of year. There's a lot of
Unfortunately.
expenses right now.
Unfortunately, yeah,
Yeah.
but that also, people's water gets shut off because of that too, and that's the most unfortunate part, especially during these times. Okay, so may I have a motion for that?
Thank you.
You know,
David moved, so moved. Is there a second, please? Thank you, Ross.
David, Ross? Okay, Becky? Russ?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
And Craig?
Yes.
All right, there are 3 pieces of documents that I need to have signed, please.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Great, thank you. That moves us to committee reports, and the first one we'll go to is Finance and Joyce.
Finance Committee met on December the 3rd. We discussed the year in review. We're pretty pleased with budget cuts overall. Unfortunately, spending restraints, I think we did the best we could. We signed purchase orders and payroll. That's about it.
Okay.
I did not schedule a next meeting. That will be up to whoever has finance next year.
Okay, we'll look for the website. All right, Pleasant Township, Becky. Thank you.
Yes, they didn't have a lot at their meeting. The levy passed, of course, in November. So they pretty much have their cemetery covered, their expenses are all covered, and they were happy about that. And, their next meeting will be on Monday, January the 5th at 5 o'clock.
Okay, good deal. SWAD, Joyce.
Our next meeting will be Wednesday, 12/10 at 8:00 PM.
Okay. Fire, Ross.
Paid the bills, and we had 26 calls less than last year this time, and they were awarded a $2,091 grant.
Hey, that's all right.
And the next meeting will be December the 29th.
Wonderful to hear. I like fewer calls and more grants. How about that? That's a good thing to be in, situation to be in. All right, water, wastewater, Craig.
We had no new business. We didn't have-
Okay. We do have one aspect tonight, which is the construction of the water tower. I think everyone knows is moving forward. We do need to decide to label it. So if you all would like to put Mount Sterling on the side of the water tower, that was built into the bid, so it is available for us to do. We don't have to do it, but it would require council's permission to put the words Mount Sterling on the side of the water tower. So I will need a motion for that, if so desired.
Motion?
Okay? I hear one.
I'll second it.
Okay, Barry, second.
We don't have Mount Sterling
So
already.
that was Becky and then Barry. Roll call, Ross?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yeah.
And Becky?
Yes.
I think that'll be very nice.
Yeah, I have a point of inquiry.
Yep.
Yeah, I was not here for the budget. It was scheduled while I was out of town. And it just come to my attention that we took the phones away from the maintenance workers. And so my question is, have you thought about what you're gonna do if there's an emergency in the middle of the night? Because is there gonna be somebody to answer a phone?
Yeah, so I'll obviously have to give this up to council as it's not my decision. However, I can tell you what steps we're taking, and that is we have set up the phone system here in the home office or the council town hall, to go ahead and have an emergency line, which will ring through to the nearest person who will, on staff, whether it's me or anyone else on our team, who will answer the call.
When you say the other staff, you're talking about the maintenance men that are not getting paid, so they're gonna use their own personal phones to answer village? I wouldn't count on it.
Currently, that's my understanding, but
All right,
I'll-
I just think that was a little, if that's the only, I was hoping that you had better explanation of why.
well, I'll defer to others.
Okay.
That was not what I submitted as part of our budget. I will go ahead and defer to others on that.
So, I'll speak if you'd like me
Go ahead.
to.
I'd like to
So,
know.
okay, so we didn't take anybody's phones away. They used their own phones. We went by the budget line by line, and everyone asked questions about every line. A question was asked by me, what is this $30 per month for? And then we discussed it, and it was discussed that when the policy was put in place, it was probably years ago when you had to pay extra for your own, for extra text, you had to pay extra for extra minutes, and if you're receiving calls from the village, your phone bill may be going up. And we all talked about it and said that nowadays it's not really relevant that your phone bill increases because you're getting a call from the village. And so that was $30 a month times 4 people, so that's $120 a month times 12 months of savings for the village, that all 5 of us agreed that it didn't seem necessary.
Okay.
Now, that was nothing to do with the policy of answering your phone. It was just the policy of getting paid $30 extra to communicate with your staff members. Like, the mayor calls them while they're here, and so that's all it was. It was just simply something that seemed to be outdated, and everyone agreed. It wasn't us taking anybody's phones away. It wasn't anything. It's kind of,
Well, it may not be anything to you, but it's probably something to them. And I tell you what, if I was one of those people and you called me at 3 o'clock in the morning with emergency, I'd say, when you provide me a phone, I will answer it.
So-
That's really
so if I
childish.
can say this, what's childish is
Yeah.
you making that statement, because they get paid overtime. They get paid 4 hours for any call out, even if they're only out 15 minutes. So they do not get shorted. They get paid for their time. And part of that call is part of their call out pay. So they get paid for 4 hours, no matter if the task is 15 minutes or more, and that's overtime. So they are not getting shorted, they are not getting screwed, and, you know, I'm sorry that it's being interpreted that way.
Well, I think if you ask them, they will think they're getting screwed.
I have asked them, I have talked to them, and no one likes to lose money.
Okay. I'm glad.
And they've talked, maybe we could increase their clothing allowance next year. And I said, well, maybe we can. You know, we can look at a lot of things, but we all 5 determined at the time that that was an outdated, the reason they were getting paid that was because of increased phone costs and text costs that no longer prevail in this technology.
Okay. Just remember that when there's an emergency. That's all.
They get paid
No.
very well.
Who are you going to get a hold of at 3 o'clock in the morning when nobody answers?
Why wouldn't they
They will answer.
They want the money. They
I
want
have
call
the
out
utmost
pay.
confidence that they will answer.
They want to be called out
Yes.
with extra pay.
Yeah, fine.
I think they
Okay.
will.
I
We
just
have-
Anything
we have
else
good
on this
employees.
issue? Anything else?
Sorry.
Because we do
We
have
have good
legislation
employees.
tonight. We do have things
Yeah,
to get
we
to.
got terrible counsel.
Okay. All right, streets, Ross, please.
We did not have a meeting tonight.
Okay. Parks and Recs, Joyce.
We don't have anything scheduled. Watch the calendar.
Okay.
Unless somebody comes to me with anything pressing. I don't think we're going to be having a meeting in December.
Okay.
I'll reach out to the 2 ball clubs and see if they have anything. And if a meeting is needed, we will have one. So I would say watch the calendar,
Okay, thank you.
certainly.
Okay, record retention, David.
We will be meeting Friday to wrap up the year. I had to cancel last week because Courtney had an appointment she had to do, and I had something I had to do, but we're going to be meeting at 8 a.m. We'll wrap up the year, and, well, and I appreciate my working crew I have with me.
Thank you.
We've had a good year, and we're going to wrap it up the same
What
way.
day did you say? I'm sorry, 8 a.m. what day?
On Friday,
Oh, okay.
Nuisance abatement, Barry.
Our next meeting will be determined by whoever takes over the position next time.
Okay. Planning, Ross.
We haven't had a meeting since October.
Okay. Again, those are on demand. Zoning, Craig.
Yeah, no meeting.
Okay, again, those are on demand only. Tree beautification, Becky.
Yes, we will be having a meeting tomorrow at 1. And it's open to the public. And we hope to have a great meeting and end the year on a positive note.
Absolutely. Can I ask a question?
Yes,
How did the poinsettias go over?
wonderful.
Did you get rid of all of them?
Yes. Absolutely wonderful. People, I see them commenting on Facebook how nice it was
Good.
that they received them. And we individually gave them to families, and they were very grateful.
Good, thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Okay. that takes us almost to ordinances resolutions, but I am going to ask council for a motion to cancel the December 22nd, 2025 council meeting, as that is Christmas week.
You have that motion?
Thank you.
I will
Is there a
second it.
second?
I will second.
Thank you very much.
That was Joyce, Barry. Barry,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
and Ross.
Yes.
Okay, good deal. So that is canceled unless we need another one for some reason, which I'll let you guys know. That takes us to ordinances and resolution, and the first ordinance tonight.
Is an ordinance to make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Mount Sterling, the State of Ohio, during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. This is on the third reading.
Okay, we may please have a motion to place this on the third reading.
You have that motion?
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
Second.
Oh, I think Craig beat you to the punch, but we'll go ahead and do a roll
That
call.
was David, Craig, Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
and Barry.
Yes.
Okay, now may I have a motion for passage of ordinance 2025-09?
You have that motion?
Thank you. Is there a second, please? Thank you, Ross.
Okay, so that was Joyce, Ross, David,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Barry.
Yes.
And Joyce.
Yes.
Okay,
Ordinance 2025-09 is passed.
thank you. That takes us to ordinance 2025-10.
Okay, an ordinance implementing sections 3735.65 through 3735.70 of the Ohio Revised Code, establishing and describing the boundaries of the Mount Sterling Community Investment Area in the Village of Mount Sterling, designating a housing officer to administer the program, creating a Community Reinvestment Housing Council, and authorizing any other related authorizations and actions. This is on the third reading.
Thank you. May I please have a motion to place this on the third reading?
Have that motion, sir.
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
second.
Thank you, Craig.
Okay, so that was David, Craig.
Mhm.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Great, thank you for that. May I please have a motion for passage of ordinance 2025-10?
You have that motion?
Thank you.
Second.
Second, Joyce Ross.
Joyce and Ross?
Hmm?
Okay, Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
and Craig.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-10 is passed.
All right, thank you. And that takes us to the last motion, which we mentioned earlier this evening.
And this would be not placed as a motion, this is just reading out loud.
Yep,
Okay, an ordinance to rezone 35.3 acres of land at parcel 17-00363.001 and parcel 17-00363.002 from the county R1 suburban residential and county R1 suburban residential to planting units and development, the PUD, as recommended by the Planning and Zoning Commission on October the 28th of 2025. This is just to be read.
thank you. With that, it takes us to roundtable. What do we have for roundtable tonight?
I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Thank you, David. Merry Christmas to you as well. Rudolph-ish.
Oh, there it is.
There it is, there it is. All right. What
I'd
else
like-
we got for roundtable?
I'd like to just say again, thank you for everyone who came out and participated in Christmas in the Village. It does truly take a village to make these kind of things happen. We had so many people that contributed money, contributed time, contributed products, and then the residents that came out, the family, the children is kind of what this event is all about. We were able, through our own fundraising and other organizations that donated money to provide everything to the kids for free. Everything, other than vendor things and food, every activity was free. So it was great. A great time was had by all. We had a really nice parade. I heard people comment that they've never seen so much candy thrown, not even in Grove City. So I'm sure there's a little bit of a crumbled candy on the streets. Sorry about that. But thank you, everyone who had their hands in this project. It is my favorite of the year, and just leads us into the holidays. And just Merry Christmas to everyone, Happy Holidays, and thank you for contributing to our community.
When Becky brought up about that, I was at the lighting of the tree and they put up with my singing. And I think that was probably strong enough in that
That was
part
award-winning
there.
right there. That's
Yes.
what that was. Yeah, how about that?
Yes, their choir started very small. They only had two. So I joined in, And then we had several more come up and join us a few minutes later, so it was nice. Even people stopped and listened when there were only 3 of us. And then as it grew, it got even better, so
Did you
thank
put a hat out there and take
Thank you,
donations?
David. Maybe, I don't know, they might have been throwing tomatoes if they had them, but in the end,
okay.
it was very nice, so thanks, David, for helping with that.
You cannot ruin a Christmas song.
No.
Very good. Well, I want to say Merry Christmas again to everyone. Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to next year. I've enjoyed this year. We've had our struggles, like I said, but we've gotten through them. I think we've gotten a lot done. There's been a lot behind the scenes that people don't know about. You know, they could know about it if they would come in and ask or you know, come to our meetings. But we're going to even get more done next year. And we have new faces coming in, so we want to welcome them with open arms and hope that, you know, everything will be, again, unity is what we strive for, and I think it'll all be good.
And thank you to the 3 of you that are leaving, whether we've had our differences
Yes.
or whether we've gotten along swimmingly during whatever it was. Your dedication to the community and your time as council people was appreciated.
I'd like to reach out and thank all the final members too. Their meeting, and I feel like Methuselah sometimes. I've worked with so many groups and so different mayors, but every group I work with, I always leave with a good feeling, and that's always a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Very much, very much.
Well, they know how I feel. I've enjoyed getting to know them. I consider them friends. Andy, you've been a great help. Courtney, as always. You can be a pain when it comes to spending money, but
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
it's not a bad thing. But we appreciate you. Becky, as always, we appreciate your leadership and everything that you do. Heather, we're welcoming you. Looking forward to you. We appreciate Mick, that's always here to listen to us back in the corner, because he's always in timeout at home, so he just brings this timeout chair here with him. But in all sincerity, we appreciate the residents of this village. We appreciate what the people in the community come in and help us with and do for us. And we hope it continues over into all of the events of next year. We appreciate what Arbor Homes is going to bring to our village and what they've brought in the past. I could go on and on, but I won't. God bless everyone and happy holidays.
Okay, on that note, unless there's any other comments, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all of you, and we'll see you on the far side. This meeting is adjourned.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Does that mean like far side, like
Yeah, the way far
dead,
side.
Yeah.
or is that in heaven or hell?
3 weeks into the new year. 3 weeks till the new year.
The picture of these.